Hi guys, welcome back to Urban Rhino Tutorials. Today I want to show you how to make a jewelry dish or a little jewelry holder here. So I have a mold that I'm going to start with. You could take any dish that you already have to form your clay to. A bowl, some kind of shallow dish would work. Anything like that. If it has a smooth surface, then you should be able to just put a little bit of like saran wrap or plastic in it, and it should peel right off once you press the clay. I have some plastic I'm going to put down. I'm going to remove my rings here so I don't get all my clay stuck in my fingers. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I have some clay here. This is the type of clay that we would normally fire, but for this, because I'm guessing most of you don't have access to a kiln, I'm gonna show you how we just let it air dry and paint it, and then apply a gloss on top to make it shiny and appear like it's a ceramic piece. If you wanted to fire it and glaze it, you can certainly do that. So I'm just working the clay right now. Softening it up a little bit, trying to get some folds and bubbles and all that fun stuff out of it. And what I'm going to be doing is actually shaping this to the outside of this star mold. This is actually a glass slumping mold that we use, but I liked the shape of it, so I wanted to use it for this. If any of you ever make cakes and work with fondant, this is a very similar method here of like kneading the clay, kneading the fondant. Okay, so what I'm gonna do to start, and this is probably more, actually it is more than what I'm gonna need, so I'm gonna take off some of it there. I'm going to start by kind of putting it into a ball, and I'm going to do like a pinch pot method, which is where you slowly start to rotate the ball and press with your thumb and your fingers to start building the walls up like this. And I just keep rotating it. This is a good workout for your forearm. You'll feel it. Okay, so I'm gonna start to get it like this. And what I'm trying to do is I'm feeling the clay, the thickness of it. So I want all of the clay to be like the same thickness, and you can feel that between your fingers. Okay, so I have just kind of a basic bowl type shape. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put this plastic over top of this, and this way when I shape my mold, or shape my clay to my mold, it's not going to stick. Okay, should work. And obviously it's gonna give me a few creases and stuff, and that's okay, I'll smooth those out. So I'm gonna put the clay right on top of it, and I'm going to start pressing it into this star mold that I have. And we're not, I'm not planning on letting it dry like this. I'm just using it to get the shape and to smooth out the back. And then I'll take it off and I'll smooth the front side, or the inside, sorry. I've also seen some of these dishes. I'll probably do one in a future tutorial because I really like it, where they make the clay base, or even just start with a pre-made dish of some sort, that looks like a kind of a shallow plate. And they pour resin in it, like a colored resin, and then put like these crystals sticking out of it, and the tall crystals are actually like what you would put like rings on and stuff. It was really cool. So I'll probably make one of those tutorials here soon. We work with resin a lot in here. So again, I'm just making sure that it's pressed into all of the little grooves of the star. And I'm getting it to come down mostly to the edge here. A lot of, I know, like, I used to teach ceramics years ago, and my students sometimes would want to get a bowl of water and smooth out their clay, which is fine to a certain extent. You don't want to get your clay so wet that then it becomes like flimsy and way too sticky, and then you can't work with it. If you're using clay that's like straight out of the box, that's usually when it's the best. If you have leftover clay that starts to dry out, if you put it in a Ziploc with some water, just like spray some water inside of it and let it sit overnight, that should soften it back up so you can use it again. Once it's fired though, you can't do that. Okay, so I have the basic shape here. And again, I'm just trying to get it to go all the way to the edge here. And I'm gonna end up trimming the edge. I've got a knife here, a knife tool. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my fingers and just kind of smooth out any fingerprints. And I could use a clay sponge with water for this. I think it's just as easy to just, while the clay is soft, to just use your hands. And you can buy, like, Amaco makes an air dry clay, or even, I think Crayola makes one that you can buy that would be sufficient for this. And usually that type of air dry clay is white to begin with. It's not like a stark white, but it's pretty white. Okay, whoops, missed a couple over here. So again, getting it all smoothed out. And then I'm going to remove it from the mold. And I'll trim the top edge. And I'm not concerned with this being like perfectly smooth, like kind of reminds me of like a starfish, so I'm okay with it being like having some texture. I just don't want to see like folds or fingerprints. Or nail prints, if your nails are long and you accidentally hit it. Okay, so now turn this over. Pull the mold out. Pull the bag away. And you can see what has been created here. Now, this little part right here where it's kind of broken away, we're gonna fix that. Smooth out some of this, and then I am gonna just set it back on the mold to dry, just like drape it over it so that it kind of keeps this shape. So just smoothing the creases that were left from the plastic. And the top edge you could trim, or you can keep it if you want it to be just kind of a raw edge. I like like I said, I like the raw edge. What I'm gonna end up doing with this is painting it, parts of it white and parts of it black, and then I'm gonna put some gold leaf on it. So I really like the way gold leaf looks around the edge of something, especially again, if it is like a raw edge. So just kind of smoothing it out here. And then from here, once I get what I want fixed, I'm gonna drape it back on the star mold. Here we go. I'll drape it back on without the plastic. I'm gonna let it dry, and then I will show you how to do the painting, the gold leaf, and sealing it. So I'm gonna continue smoothing these creases out, and then I'm gonna prop it up, let it dry. I don't think I am gonna trim the edges. Like I said, I like it kind of freeform, but if you were to trim it, you would just take your, like a knife, or this is a clay knife tool, and just trim along the edge to make it even. So like I said, I prefer to keep it kind of a raw edge on this particular one. That doesn't mean every one that I make I would want that way. So I'm gonna smooth it out, drape it over my mold, let it dry, and then when I return, I'll show you how to do the painting part. Okay, so my dish has dried. I spray painted it with a white gloss spray paint. So you can see it's all white and shiny now. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to paint some gold around the upper edge. And I am not concerned with this being perfect. Again, like I said before, I want it to be kind of imperfect, I guess. So just kind of around the edge. And what I'm gonna do is, once I get all of this on here, I'm gonna go back and add a little bit of gold leaf in some areas because I like the way that looks versus I like the metallic paint, but the real shine that you get from the gold leaf is hard to compare the paint to that. So you just can't really get that same look. So I'm gonna do this all the way around. And I'm not gonna, I don't think I'm gonna do it all right here. I'll finish the rest off camera, but I wanna show you how to adhere the gold leaf. So if you decide to add the gold leaf after the fact, you could use some gloss Mod Podge to seal it on. But since the paint is currently wet, I'm going to pick some of the gold leaf up, and I'm just going to stick it on where I want it to go, just kind of around the edge like this. And I'm going to do that almost basically in every spot to fill up that. Now, if any shows through, that's why I have that gold base layer on there as well. So you might find it easier to use some tweezers. I like using the X-Acto knife to kind of scrape it off of the paper, but you'll see how easy it sticks. If you wanted to spray some sealer or put a layer of Mod Podge on top of this, you could certainly do that. So I'm just going to continue on doing this until all of my top edge is complete. So when I come back, I'll show you what it looks like all finished up. Okay, so I have finished up painting around the edge, and then I put the gold leaf around it as well. So you can see it's very imperfect, which was what I was going for. Obviously, if you wanted yours to look a lot cleaner, you could certainly do that. Use some painter's tape if you need to, and tape off the stuff so that you have straight lines. But like I said, I wanted more of this kind of raw, natural look. So the only other thing that I would suggest that you could do once you put the gold leaf on is, like I mentioned before, to use this to help adhere it, but you could also use it to seal the gold leaf on to make sure that it is stuck on completely. So that is it for the clay jewelry dish tutorial. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you stay connected with Urban Rhino on social media. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment below, and of course, subscribe to our channel.